Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Entrepreneur TV Middle East. We're here day 2 at HODL, and with me, my first victim of the day, Tiff. He's the CEO and founder of Scintilla. Welcome to our booth, and thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
How's everything?
Well, it's been good. A nice event.
Yeah.
A little bit of a chilled event after Token 2049 the other week.
I swear.
Yeah.
It's still traumatizing when I think about those 2 days.
The first Monday after it, I think I took about one call in about 16 hours.
Oh
the rest
my
of it,
God.
I was just staring at things.
Oh my God,
It was one of those.
It was one of those.
Brilliant, though. The world descended
It was incredible
on our town.
how many people came, though, and
Yeah.
visited. It was crazy. Anyways, Tim, tell me a little bit about Scintilla, about yourself. What is it that you guys do?
Right, well, I'll start with me, my favourite subject. I am an accountant by background, very much an old world businessman, been in various industries and lived in various parts of the world, all the way from Australia to Indonesia, Afghanistan, here obviously, Mozambique, various parts of Africa and various parts of Europe. I've been here for in the last 5 years, working with a company called DLA Piper, who are a global law firm, working in this space, in the fintech space. They wrote the regulations with VARA, when VARA, the virtual asset regulator, started working on their regulations. And as part of that, there was a company within DLA Piper at that time called Toco, who applied for the licenses along the way. So we were kind of the guinea pigs of that process. So everything that they needed to test, they tested on us.
Take us to the lab.
We were the lab rats.
Yeah.
The good news is that we got the licenses in the first batch of licenses in September 2023. So Scintilla now, I'll just give you the final bit of the story. Then me and the leadership team did a management buyout from DLA Piper. So they're still a minority shareholder on the cap table, and the rest of it is owned by us. And that happened in October last year. So Scintilla is now, it's the one regulated entity with VARA that nobody's really heard of. And we're about to change that.
We're about to change it, yes. Welcome to Entrepreneur.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Tell me one more thing. Is it difficult to build trust in such a decentralized space? How do you do it?
With us, it's been a long, painful process. And I would say patience is the key. We've been lucky insofar as we were incubated within DLA Piper. DLA Piper's, which way you look at it, the leading global law firm. So there's trust inherently there.
Right.
As I say, we were the lab rats for the VARA processes, so there's trust inherently there. We were provided licenses, and there is trust there. Right. And then the team's background has got many, many decades of compliance type work behind them. And so it's a patient process. But the reason we are now, 2 years after our license, finally going live now, is that it does take time to build that trust with the clients.
Education is also a big part of it, right? Letting people know what this process is all about, and the trust comes when there's less fear of the unknown, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's quite easy to get caught up with the Trump coin or the latest meme coin or whatever, and somebody pulls the rug and makes a ton of money overnight, and all of a sudden trust is lost. Or once in a while there's a hack or something like that, and you go 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah.
And this is where patience comes in, and this is where timing comes in, and we wanted to pace ourselves at a point. So when we went live, there was really nothing undone. We weren't crossing our fingers and closing our eyes and hoping for the best.
And you're based here, right, in the region, or is it going to be a global movement?
At the moment, we're based here. We are, in fact, the only native licensed entity. I've been here about 15 years in total, on and off, but 15 years in total. And most of my team have been here for quite a long time as well. And it's not just because of that. It's that, we just talked about Token 2049. The world is descending here. And
100%.
To give you an idea, I was in London about 6 weeks ago and had a whole slew of meetings there. Pretty much every meeting, the person would say to me, I am moving to Dubai. I have moved to Dubai. Can you tell me how to move to Dubai? Or have you got a job so I can move to Dubai? It was one of those things time and time again. And I think we saw it at Token 2049 as well when the world descended here.
I mean, and the support that we have from the ministries here, the fact that we have the Ministry of AI, of Entrepreneurship, is just the present and the future. It's very much the present and the future.
Exactly, and it's the home of capital. Everybody knows that. And it's now a magnet for talent. So it's a great place to be.
And all the future trends that we're going to have, such as AI, such as entrepreneurship, people are slowly and steadily moving here just because they cannot live within the regulatory borders that I think Europe is placing on them. There's just a lot of bureaucratical, let's say, challenges that they face with the buzzwords that I just mentioned. So I think here they're just way more free, right, to develop those businesses.
Yeah, and I think a key word now is stability.
100%.
And we've seen that in the last few months, how quickly trust can be lost when stability takes a dive.
Right.
And here, we all know what the process is going to be. We all know roughly how long it's going to take. We all know how it works here. And so there's this massive, stable platform on which everybody can build.
100%, 100%.
And it doesn't really exist many other places.
Yeah, for sure. Tim, one more thing.
Yeah.
One more question set. And it's your pick and your choice.
And I promise I
At
haven't looked at
random.
these.
Yes, guys, he has not.
Right. I'll pick
Go for it.
that one.
What's one underestimated skill every entrepreneur needs?
What's what, sorry?
Underestimated
skill every entrepreneur needs. It's an attribute rather than a skill, I would say, but
Okay.
it is patience. And
How do you get that?
as a
Tim?
founder, it's the hardest thing in the world. It's like any muscle, you have to train it. And first time you go to the gym and train your muscles, it aches like a lot. And but patience is the key. And I see a lot of very, very good potential collaborations fall by the wayside because one or the other party just hasn't got the patience to work through all the
100%.
aspects of it to get it done.
And with patience comes consistency, and with consistency comes success, right?
Yeah, and trust.
Right. Right. Tim, absolute pleasure speaking to you
No
today.
worries. It's been a
And
pleasure. All mine.
thank you for coming over. Best of luck, and to many more interviews with you.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.